Hey Taurus, what's going on? Long time no see. Hope you're doing all right. This is going to be a general reading for you, Taurus. Okay, so apply it to your status. It might be about money, it might be about work, it might be about love or family or some kind of particular situation or circumstance you are currently involved with. So yeah, apply it how you can. I know God has blessed it, so thank you, Heavenly Father. Taurus, we're gonna start by looking at you over here, and then we'll look at the situation, which could be somebody or something over here, and then we will get the likely outcome right here in the middle. Back in the middle again, back in the middle. Alright, and we're also going to get a wisdom message here and a little bit later towards the end. So, this is you, Taurus, okay? Your energy. We got the Two of Wands, Star, and we have the Lovers. Okay, so it's pretty big. Again, we're going to start by saying this is you. Now, if the Hierophant shows up over here, Taurus, we'll switch it, okay? But for now, we'll say this is you. So, looks like, you kind of been busy, maybe, just a lot of, that's how life happens. Sometimes it's super slow, and then sometimes just like, boom, it all happens at once, because that's what this Eight of Wands is. There's a lot of activity. It could be you have a lot of plans. It could be you have a lot of people needing your attention. Maybe people are pointing fingers at you, but it's kind of like you've been getting some signs and synchronicities showing you the way, though it's all happening maybe at once. It's guiding you in a sense, but this could be due to you putting some things out there, because you have this Two of Wands over here too, and then it comes back and it's just like all at once, like I say. And you could just also really be feeling good about life, love, whatever you got going on. Just a lot of activity, but it's very positive, typically speaking. So yeah, you have this Two of Wands here in your recent past. So partnering, taking a new direction somewhere. It could be with something, or just having a different interest even. Wands are definitely about energy, action, spiritual matters. So maybe you've been doing some research, you got a great idea, something that really inspired you, and so you've been looking forward to that. Maybe you haven't started it yet, but just putting your feelers out there. Like I say, doing your research. It's always, well, not always, but a lot of times what happens when you're about to start something new, something current or old comes back to say, hey, are you really sure you want to go this new route? It can be a test. It can also be just sincere. Maybe somebody or something, just reminding you you're good where you're at. Now, if you want to go down a new path, go ahead, whatever, but you don't have to. Something that may be at a distance from you, or maybe you're doing some work online or something like that, or could be even travel plans. But I feel like you have to get there, right? You're not there, but you will be, and perhaps that's what you're reviewing and researching, or were recently. You have, you definitely could be away from it at the moment. Now, in your current energy, you have the Star, which is the major arcana of Aquarius. So maybe that's in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. You apply it how you can. I feel like for those of you, this is love. If it is love for you, maybe you met somebody recently, or somebody you saw online, or you saw in passing, and you're feeling real starry-eyed about them, because right now the star represents, renewal and clarity, and it's like your oasis in the middle of a desert. It's things finally coming into alignment, that light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's a definite time for rejoicing. It's also a time of vulnerability too, because she's totally naked here, right? She's cleansing. She's overcome a whole heck of a lot recently. And so now it's like, I can bathe, I can eat, I can, rejuvenate, renew yourself. It's, a time of getting direction because of, all that has come before. So now it's like the kind of the worst is behind you type energy. Even if it wasn't terrible. Like I was saying, when you start something new, you got to do your research and all that. So it's like, okay, now that you've done that, here is the star. Things are looking quite favorable for you though now. It's definitely a time where we're moving up, not down. I do feel like though right now you could be, as the woman in the card, pouring yourself into something, and it's good because you're nurturing, you're watering, you're clean, and what you're giving into this situation is also very clean, very pure, and very much so going to grow it. Like water, pouring water onto the grass, it gives it its nutrients so that the grass can get stronger and grow taller. It's like you're pouring into something or someone that's providing nutrients. The relationship is getting stronger and growing taller, whatever it is for you. But I like it because I feel like you're definitely coming from a very honest place with this. Maybe it wasn't easy to get this person. Some of you might be dealing with like a star, a famous person. And yes, it could be like a global star or something. It could also be, sometimes I've seen it where it's like somebody who's really popular in your community, in your neighborhood, in your social circles. Somebody who just has a certain je ne sais quoi about them. It's aura that's like, yeah, they seem kind of famous, and they are, but maybe not everybody knows about them, just those in your area. But I feel like, yeah, you're definitely on the right direction here, on the right path. Now look where it's taking you. Taurus, you got the Lovers, Gemini, and in both of these cards we have naked figures. And being naked means, like I said, vulnerability. Nothing to hide. We are bare bones. You're seeing it all. You're seeing it all, and there's no shame. It is what it is. It's about open honesty here. And so this Lovers is bringing you some kind of choice here. You can partner and do it together. You can not. It's really up to you. You have a choice. I feel like it's something here being presented that you really, really, really want. Maybe it didn't come the way you thought it would, but it's here now. So what are you going to do? Just maybe because it didn't happen the exact way you thought, are you not going to take it? Or are you going to take it because you know it's what you want? This definitely could be a relationship romantically. It could be some kind of business opportunity. It might even have to do with your health, because there's a lot of healing here with the Star and with the Lovers. Maybe you've taken some kind of new action plan when it comes to your health, and took some different type strategizing. But again, pouring into you, getting healthier physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all those things. It's like, okay, maybe you had a trial with it and now you're being presented long term. Do you want to take it? Do you not want to take it? You want to try something? Whatever. It's up to you. That's what I love about the Lovers card. It really is your choice. God has given you the decision. And so, right. If you take it, I think it's usually works out so much better than you thought. Again, might not look the way you thought it would, but the way it works out, the result is far better than you imagined. But it's on you. Now let's look at this situation here, Taurus. See what's going on over here. Okay. At the Hanged Man, we have the Queen of Swords, and we'll get another one. The King of Cups. Alright, and we have Justice here. So we have Libra. We got everybody at your party. The Hanged Man is like Pisces energy. Okay. Well, I like Justice being here because we always like to see justice. Justice means anything that needed to be judged correctly has. Justice doesn't care about emotions or opinions. Justice cares about the facts, and justice usually is made in a very fair way. So, if you were wronged, you get your justice. If you were the one who did wrong, you're going to get your justice too, because you did wrong. Whatever it is, justice has the authority and the knowledge to not be swayed, to do the right thing. Because it's the facts. It was based on the facts, based on the truth. Justice looks at both sides and then makes an honest, fair evaluation, and then you get the verdict. So, justice showing up over here says maybe, that over here the situation gets some kind of justice. It doesn't mean that you did anything bad. It just means that, the favor, you have favor too, but it means whatever the situation is definitely getting the outcome they or it desired. Maybe something having to do with legals or something. Now, the Hanged Man is coming in, and he's definitely representing a lot of patience, a lot of self-sacrifice. The Hanged Man is like, he can easily get down, he could get down and go on his merry way, but he's choosing to change his perspective. There's an opportunity he sees here where if I give things some time, I can really get enlightened, I can learn something that if I kept going, I would have missed. So he's like, you know what? Let me pause. He's not moving. This is a card of inaction. Willingly, though. Willingly. Because there's some passion, there's also some clarity here that the Hanged Man wants. That sometimes you do just have to forego the busyness of life to stop and pause. Okay, I see it how I see it, but let me flip it on its head and see how it looks from that perspective. And that is very different. And so that's what the situation or person has done. And I don't really think it had to do anything with you. I think this is just something that let's say it is a person, they did for themselves. It's like, I want to know more about this. I want to maybe see it from a different angle to further the scope and understanding. Because the Hanged Man, he likes hanging. It's like, this is cool. Let everything else carry on. I want to, pause for a minute so I can see something I might have ordinarily missed. So with this Queen of Swords over here, the current energy, I feel like whatever this person or situation learned definitely had an impact. Definitely had an impact. And so much so that maybe things got way more strict. Maybe things got way more serious. This little break time with the Hangman, not doing anything, just getting an enlightenment, it worked. because this Queen of Swords is now coming in like, okay, I'm all about business. I'm all about nothing emotional, everything intellectual, everything logical. Everything needs to make sense. Perhaps the Hanged Man was more like, representing Pisces, kind of watery, dreamy, imaginary, you know, that kind of in your emotions totally. Well, flipping this thing on its head did exactly that. So no more imaginary. This is all reality now. So this situation or person really, yeah, got served justice, because it's like it's cool to dream. Of course, we all need to dream, but in certain situations, no, don't dream. Be um be sensible, be realistic. And I think that's what happened over here. Because the Queen of Swords, she's all about um she's an advocate, so she's all about advocacy for the truth. She doesn't care about your feelings. That doesn't matter. What happened? What is the bread and butter of the situation? Everything else is irrelevant. So if you saw a change with this person or situation, that's why. Because they took some real time to think about things differently. And I feel like it was very much needed. Like, right, like I was saying, and dreams are cool, but we need to be real about things. And that's what seemed to happen over here, because this Queen of Swords is highly intellectual. And she's um, can be very rigid. She has no time for games or anything like that. She just wants business now. And if you're talking nonsense, she's going to cut you and you'll never have another chance. So when you step to her, you gotta be ready. Otherwise, you fail, and that's that. So this King of Cups is here now for the possible outcome or upcoming. And he's kind of a balance between the Hanged Man and the Queen of Swords. The King of Cups is very emotionally intelligent. You can tell him anything, but you'll never know anything from him. He's got the strongest poker face of the whole deck. You won't know if what you're saying has any effect on him at all whatsoever. Emotionally, inside, he might be all torn up. You might have done something that was super impactful, but on the outside, you'll never know. You'll never know. He keeps it just even at all times. If you say something totally shocking or totally sweet, it's the same reaction. He's got so much emotional depth that he really knows how to control his feelings. And so because of that, and him being a king, he just keeps it right there the whole time. So, let's see. This is interesting. Okay, we got the Ace of Swords here is the likely outcome. Taurus, this is very interesting here. You got the Six of Pentacles too. So, more, it's like the law of attraction. Generosity, what you give comes back to you. Finding an equilibrium, not being too much, but also remembering where you come from. Now, this Ace of Swords is definitely a new mentality, a new idea, something that is very successful. But it's brand new too. So you know how when you're introducing something new, sometimes people understand it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you sound crazy, sometimes you sound absolutely brilliant. So, it's some kind of breakthrough that comes, and it could be a breakthrough too in communication. But I feel like, there's the emotional aspect, especially with the situation, it's not gone. It's still there, but it's also like, Don't talk to me about that now. We only talk business now. We only talk intellect now. It may not be forever, maybe just be for a time, but if this is a person, they're really trying not to show their emotional side anymore. And, could be for so many reasons. We have number 45, time to go, and then we have number 43 over here, deep knowing. So, I'm not exactly sure what happened between you and this situation, you and this person, but I definitely feel like they don't have, the heart for it anymore. And that could be why you're getting time to go. Perhaps this is a situation that has run its course. There's just this girl's going forward on the bridge, but she's headed to the door. You can't go backward because the bridge collapsed. So the only way to go now is forward and through that door. So it's time to go. It's kind of, this whole situation has led you to, walking through the door, letting this go and going into a new opportunity, whatever that means for you. As I don't know if you did anything wrong necessarily here, Taurus, but it seems that this situation or person had a big change of heart. Like right now, like I say, it's all business. Like nothing emotional. And deep inside, you know it. You know what happened. You know why it happened. You've had a feeling for a long time. So, make your decision. But, your wisdom message is time to go. So, take that for how you can, Taurus. I'm going to close this up, though. I hope it blessed you guys. So, like it, subscribe, share, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.